everybody, and welcome back to G for G, Games for Gamers. Today we are here in my third team up for the High Evolutionary boss. It's similar to some of the other ones that I've been running, but it features a rather large put-away artist in Sabertooth. The agent is running Ex Obliv, Gauntlet Caress, and the Memento Mori. This way I can get chaosshot going. Beast is still doing what he does best, and he's got the Savant ISO. Sabertooth is running the Offensive Fighter ISO, and he has wide open on his level 1. Now, the best team up for this is the Blaster version, which turns into an Infiltrator. It really helps Sabertooth ramp up. Unfortunately, I had a very, very bad experience with the last one, so I'm not even keeping that. I'm going to open up with a Memento Mori on one of the soldiers, simply because I will gain my tactical advantage. And now I'll do the Ex Obliv. It's running a 3-piece, which means we get the chaosshot. That's a big key for this group. Hopefully High Evolutionary does not dodge. And he didn't, and it hit everybody. Good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick on one of the soldiers over here and get the extra turn. And we'll just apply Generalized to the High Evolutionary. That's a very, very big thing that you want to do if you're fighting the Infiltrator version and have a tactical agent, a tactical beast. So now, when Sabertooth starts up, I like to go ahead and hit the Tantrum, especially if I'm dealing with the Psycho Dinosaurs, because I like them stunned so that they're not mind-tapping my group. You don't have to worry about it with the soldiers, but hey, you know what? If you can eliminate them from combat, why not? And there you go, there's Sabertooth starting to ramp up over here. Hopefully he hits my agent. Nope, no Gauntlet Caress. But there he goes. Alright, so I'm going to check for anybody. Alright, so Beast has ISO Contagion, and he's the only one. So, we still have Blasters. And now High Evolutionary is a Blaster. So I'm going to get my extra turn by hitting him with Memento Mori. And there goes Sabertooth jumping in. And we don't need to do this quite yet, because we're not down a lot of hit points yet. So I'm just going to recharge to get my stamina back. Beast is going to exploit attrition on High Evolutionary for some big damage. And I'm going to have him rest for stamina. So as you can see here, the soldiers are basically dying without any specific attacks on them. So let's take a look at Sabertooth. He is at Attacker 3 and bloodrage 4. He's not at 5 yet, so I'm going to go ahead and hit High Evolutionary again. So there's my lockbox limit. So I've done my 5%. But we're going to go for the big numbers on this one. Beast gets hit with diminished capacity. A miss on the electrical, and here goes Gauntlet Caress, which is a good thing because now we've begun to weaken High Evolutionary, and there's Sabertooth jumping in again. As you can see, this is working out really, really well. We're going to apply more attrition, and we're going to buff up the team. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put Death Frost on this guy. And rest again for stamina, although I could do stuff. I'll take him out. And rest again for stamina. Here is the big hit. So, what you want to do is you want to get Sabertooth to 5 stacks of bloodrage. Have him get as much attrition style debuffs as you can, and hit him with the level 2, and this is the big hit. Boom! Look at that. dead from 4% out to 30k attacks. And it was only one lockbox, so I'm going to go ahead and hit you guys up with another. The Bruiser version means you would attempt to bring a blaster, which means he will go to a tactician. So this is not a particularly bad group for us. The only problem is we have the Mentalist on this one, and that is a problem. Mystic, of course, means nothing when you have Pestilence Beast, so... Oh, hey, 1%. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and open up with getting Psychic Tap. That's beautiful. But hopefully the Mentalist will get stunned. And they didn't. I'm gonna hit the High Evolutionary with Big Attack and hopefully just put him down and get my 1% and get out of here. Unfortunately, everything else that I have left is the Bruiser version, so... AoE time. And High Evolutionary dodges, just like you would expect them to. God, I hate this boss. This has been one of the most annoying group bosses, and I mean, I honestly think they're completely ramping up the annoyance level. I mean, Arcade was half a douche. Bastion, I don't know how I feel about, but yeah, Hybrid and everything that he did was a complete douche pail. Alright, well, we don't have the Psychic Tap, but of course here it comes. The good thing about Sabertooth is that if he's killed, he comes back. So that's a pretty handy thing over here. You can kind of afford to really get him out doing damage early. So now we just have to clear the one Mentalist and we'll get our lockbox from this one, which means we should hopefully have enough time to fight somebody else. I really do prefer the soldier versions. I hate these mental crickets. Honestly, this is the worst thing. This is the worst mob Playdom has ever put out. These stupid psychic crickets. I hate these things. I mean, it really means that you have to bring, like, anti-psychic items to these fights. And if you want to lock in the debuffs, you bring Pesty, which means Mystic isn't really going to help you. Alright, so basically everything I have left is Bruisers, which means we're going to be dealing with Psychic Crickets the whole way, but we'll get one more in. And there are several items that can help with the Psychic Tap. There are certain heroes that are immune to it. Juggernaut, Magneto, Cable, and Phoenix can take less damage, and there's a number of items in the store that do it. At this point, he has no attrition, so I'm just going to go ahead and go low on the stamina him with the level 1. Hopefully, Ex Obliv won't miss him. No, but it dodged the crickets. That's almost worse. Stupid psychic mental cricket dinos. Oh, that's good. Hopefully they're gonna get stunned this time. He usually gets one of them. Alright, so one of them is stunned. So now hopefully we have a little bit of freedom over here. Mild, but what's good about him going against my agent is I've hit him with the Gauntlet Caress, so now his damage is going to get weakened. Alright, so we got to check. We don't have contagion, so Beast is going to go ahead and open up with his exploit attrition, and he's going to take a Mind Blast for his efforts. Wow, and he missed almost all of the attacks. But at least Sabertooth gets one in for free. So, this round we are going to go ahead and get the Light Fantastic out. It's not going to clear debuffs, but it means we can take a little bit of damage for a heal. I'm going to check my agent for a contagion, which I should have done. I don't have any. And apply Black as Void, so that maybe they devote some of their attention to each other. And we're going to go ahead and get that bloodrage going. God, I hate these crickets. Die in hell. It'd be nice if they psychic tapped each other instead of jabbing each other. Somewhat painful on Sabertooth, but, you know, he's durable with the resurrection. And he's missing most of his attacks again. But at least Sabertooth is jumping in to make up for it. Alright. We're going to apply some buffs to the team. And we're going to debuff them further since the Ex Obliv missed the crickets. And I'm going to go ahead and apply another attrition debuff on him. Alright, let's check his blood rage. It's at 4, so we're going to be getting close to the big put away here. Alright, there's his resurrection. There's a jab on my agent, which was a nice little heal. Alright, so this is the round that we're waiting for over here. This is where Sabertooth gets to hit the home run. Oh, and we're going to have crits now. That's pretty cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get... No quick actions is what I'm going to get. Alright. Do I have no quick actions on this guy? You have to check your debuffs. Alright, so I have Malignant Poise, so I can't heal, but I have my quick actions. Alright. So, I'm going to try to take out these crickets, and I'm going to take a Mind Blast. Beautiful. Could just give me one more turn so I can get rid of you. Alright, here comes the big hit. Watch Sabertooth go to town. 49k. Oh, and he gets another turn. Not quite as nice as the first one because the stacks are gone, but now you can see why I like this group a lot. That's a huge hit. I don't have Iron Man's ISO, so unfortunately an Iron Man ISO group doesn't work for me. A lot of people reported like 100 to 0 for that. This time, Beast was going to hit him with the fumbling so we can get him extra attacks. And we're going to get the Light Fantastic again on my team. Although I'm sure we're not going to need it because he's probably going to flee. We'll get Berserker going again. Let's see what his stacks are at. Well, his attacker's at 7, which is really nice, but his Blood Rage, of course, needs to get stacked. And there you go. So, I hope you enjoyed this video over here, and that is my highest damage done so far on this boss. It's almost 200k, and that's thanks to Sabertooth. So, hope you liked this video. Apologize if it was a little long, but really wanted to show that group in action, and I'm glad if you guys stuck around for that final one over there, because that is by far the biggest hit I've put on this guy so far. Take care, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video.